Good evening. My name is Blake Jones, and I'm majoring in marketing and finance.
Good evening. My name is Franklin Panoff-John. I'm pre-law.
Good evening. My name is Ivor Romana, and I'm majoring in philosophy, neuroscience, psychology.
Good evening. My name is Nicholas Brooks, and I'm majoring in mathematics with a minor in finance.
Good evening. My name is Chuka Shikiobi. I'm majoring in economics with a minor in finance.
Hello, my name is Regis Moretti. I'm double majoring in mathematics and economics. All right, so I just want to give a brief recount of what happened that night. You guys saw the media, but just to get it directly from one of our mouths. That night, the five of us that are standing up here, including me, went to Mother's for a prearranged senior trip event where we were going to go to the bar, meet up with the rest of our classmates, and enjoy our night. Initially, at the front of, when we walked up to the front of the line, there were some problems with the bouncer and not being admitted, so I stepped outside of the line, walked to the front, and introduced myself, my name, my position, and just tried to negotiate the situation to explain what was going on and really figure out, what the problem was. The manager said that we would not be allowed in because our jeans were too baggy, and then continued a back and forth conversation. I tried to explain, I don't think our jeans were that baggy. At some point, Fernando Coots, our class president, senior class president, came outside, motioned, and even said, his jeans are just as baggy as mine. Continued to have a back and forth with the manager, seeing that he wasn't going to budge, wasn't going to change his decision, and eventually we just had to give up and go elsewhere at the end of the night. Next, I'd like to introduce Fernando Coots, who's going to talk briefly about what's been done so far.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Just wanted to touch base with you guys on all that the Senior Class Council has done since this event occurred about a week ago. Since that time, immediately afterwards, I know that a lot of people have criticized the fact that we didn't do an immediate walkout. I do want to take full responsibility for that decision. We do want to say that the people inside the bar, most of them did not know that this event actually occurred. We were outside when this occurred, and I made the decision that we would not be doing a walkout that evening because I thought that people were not level-headed. I thought that it could escalate the situation, potentially making it something that we did not want to happen. But I do take responsibility for that and all of the consequences. Having said that, what we did do as a senior class council was immediately go to the hotel and begin planning a protest for the next morning. We talked to Chicago police and were unable to get a permit, so we had to protest outside of our hotel, which was less than a block away from the actual establishment. We created flyers, posters, a lot of the flyers you've seen on TV and posters we've made. We did a press release and sent it out to 26 different news agencies across Chicago. The next day, Student Life covered us, which was very helpful. The Post-Dispatch picked us up. We filed a complaint with the Illinois Attorney General's office, and an investigation began at the state level. We thank you all for the response, the overwhelming response you gave us to the email that I sent to the student body. The student body was incredibly supportive, incredibly behind us. They never saw such a united front from our part, and because of that, we were able to get as much attention as we did. The ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, reached out to us and have been incredibly helpful as well. We'll be talking more about the ADL in a bit. Student Union passed a resolution in support of us, and immediately after that occurred, on October 22nd, we began to hit the local media. We were on the radio. We filed another complaint with the Chicago Commission on Human Rights. We filed a complaint with the Justice Department, and to our understanding, the Federal Bureau of Investigation has now begun an official federal investigation into this matter. I'd like to also point out I'd like to thank the hundreds of messages that we've received of support from members of the student body, from parents, from alums, from members of the community to tell us that they're encouraging us, to tell us that they think that what we're doing is right, and that's just very helpful for us to be hearing. Lastly, just to point out, the ADL sent together with the Chicago Urban League a letter to Mother's Nightclub Original Bar. They co-signed it, and they asked that this bar make sure that they were aware of the policies that they were undertaking and possibly retrain their employees. We also got the story picked up by the Associated Press at that point. CNN ran an article on us, and I can give you some updates as of today. The Congressman Clay who is the congressman in charge of our district, has given us his full support as of this afternoon. He will be writing a letter to the Justice Department and sending it tomorrow morning on our behalf, asking to expedite the FBI's investigation and make sure that this process is indeed looked at carefully. I'd just like to point out that a few minutes before coming up here, I saw that the New Zealand Daily Journal became the first international news source to